broadcast service of Emerson College, proud to be chosen best radio station in Boston by Boston Magazine.
Pack your bags, close your eyes, and prepare your imagination for a journey to castles in the air.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to Castles in the Air. I'm Joe Shepard. Tonight, we present a special Halloween story, The Ghost of Benjamin Sweet, by Pauline Gibson and Frederick Gilsdorf. Originally broadcast by the Columbia Radio Workshop on January 8, 1938, it was such a popular program that it was turned into a 5-month serial. Castles in the Air presents tonight our own production of the original story. And now, The Ghost of Benjamin Sweet.
It's a thankless job. A thankless job. No rest, no relaxation. I'm tired of it, I am. It's haunt here, haunt there, chase around on silly errands night after night. And Halloween's worst of all. Overtime, meet your quota, end of the year. I wish I had a pipe full of good tobacco. I wish I had a pipe full of any kind of tobacco. Don't hoot at me, you brainless bag of feathers. Any minute now they'll be here after me, the whole bony, chain-rattling crew of them. Brother, they'll say, down off that fence and get to work. Moan and groan and rattle your chains. Oh, moan and groan and rattle your own chains.
Brother, get to work.
Don't sneak up behind me like that. I never have gotten used to it.
Move over. There's room for both of us on that fence.
What's the matter with you? Fed up too?
Fed up? Why, the night's just beginning. I feel fine.
Oh, nuts.
That's a very fine-sounding owl.
All owls sound alike.
What are your plans for tonight, brother, if I may ask?
Oh, I've got a terrible night ahead of me. That's another thing that makes me mad. When there's a dirty job that nobody else wants, what do? Just give it to Sweet, they say. He doesn't matter. Oh, I've got a good mind not to do this job at all.
Brother, do you want a word of warning?
No.
I'll give it to you anyway.
I wish I had my old briar pipe.
Ghost of Benjamin Sweet, you're slipping. Slipping fast.
I don't care if I am. I'm tired of being a ghost. I haven't had a vacation since I died. And look at the job they gave me tonight. Go and scare Theobald Tubbs, they say. Do you know who Theobald Tubbs is, brother?
Everyone knows Theobald Tubbs.
Why, he's the worst old fogey in the country. Nothing in the earth, air, or water can scare him. It's been tried before by experts.
Well, all I know is they've got their eye on you at headquarters.
Oh, they have they?
Yes. And I was sent to warn you. They don't like your attitude. You aren't making your quota this year. They say you don't haunt worth a nickel anymore.
And what can those transparent nobodies do if I don't?
Don't forget you're a transparent nobody yourself. And there's always a cupboard.
Cupboard? What cupboard?
Did you never hear of the skeleton in the cupboard? Every family must have one. And with a click of their bony fingers, the powers that be can switch you into a skeleton and stuff you into somebody's cupboard. How would you like that?
Poof, that's just talk. Headquarters, huh?
Hey, somebody's coming up the road.
Let them go by this time.
Never! There's a penalty for that. Amendment 13, Section 13. No human may be permitted to pass a graveyard unmolested on Halloween night.
All right. Get it over with then. I feel like a fool every time I do this.
He's getting close. Now he's looking over his shoulder. Ready, brother?
Well, that's that.
And it was a good job, too. Did you see him take to his heels? A good beginning. Now what next?
I supposed I'd better be getting on to Theobald Tubbs.
Do you want some company, brother?
Not you, sour face.
No need for you to take offense, Brother Sweet. I was warning you for your own good. I just wanted to help you.
When the ghost of Benjamin Sweet needs help, he'll ask for it.
Wait a minute. Do you want me to take that back as a message from you to headquarters?
You can tell headquarters for me that I don't like their attitude. I'm fed up. And the way I feel right now, anything might happen tonight.
My good woman, must you slam doors? I'm concentrating on a speech for the National, mind you, Association of Curtain Rod Manufacturers.
If you were concentrating, Theobald Tubbs, you wouldn't hear a door slam. And anyway, I didn't slam the door. There must be a draft in here. That doorknob blew right out of my hand.
What was the matter in the kitchen?
Sam thought he saw a ghost coming down the road by the cemetery. I told him not to be silly.
Well, that's the trouble with people nowadays. They believe anything they hear. They have no minds of their own. Nobody looks for facts. You give me the facts, and I can prove just
You don't need to make a speech to me about it.
Oh, yes, the speech. Would you like to hear what I've written so far?
No, thank you, Theobald. It'll be just like all the others.
You know, the trouble with you, Matilda, is you have no imagination whatsoever.
How did this get in here?
What?
This box with my name on it, from the dressmakers. Oh, yes, Sam was to bring it home with him tonight. But how did it get in here?
Well, don't ask me. I've been concentrating on my speech. Somebody must have brought it in, that's all.
But this box wasn't here when I left 5 minutes ago. Sam couldn't have brought it in. The cook couldn't have brought it in. How did it get in here?
I don't know. Will you quit bothering me? Where's my pipe?
I hope you've lost the smelly thing.
I was smoking it a minute ago. I laid it right here at my elbow. You know, it's a fine thing when a man can't lay down his own pipe.
Theobald, look!
What? Where?
Beside you. Up. Higher.
Say, what is this?
Your pipe hanging in the air?
Well, I'll be hornswoggled. It's smoking by itself.
Well, that's a good riddance. Your wife, Mr. Tubbs, is as sour as your pipe.
What's going on here? Where are you? Who in thunder?
I'm the ghost of Benjamin Sweet. Benjamin C. Sweet. And I'm right here beside you, Mr. Tubbs. Don't you ever clean this pipe, man. It's sour. Ugh.
You're... what?
I'm the ghost of a man named Benjamin Sweet. A spirit. A spook, Mr. Tubbs.
Ghost? Well, that's stuff and nonsense.
I guess I know who I am. And there's very little stuff and practically no nonsense about me.
Well, whatever you or whoever you are, you just get out of here.
They were right about you.
Who is right about me? Now you just see here.
They all said you couldn't be scared, Mr. Tubbs. We, the spooks, sometimes talk these things over together.
See here, you voice, you fake, you go away. Just go away.
I'll have you know I'm not a fake. And you can have your sour pipe.
You are a fake. I can't see you. You aren't there.
I'm not a fake and I can prove it. Let's see. Where is the switch?
Hey, you turn those lights on again. What are you anyway?
Now can you see me, Mr. Tubbs? I don't show up in bright light. Can you see me, Mr. Tubbs?
Yes. I can't see you. I can see right through you.
That's the way we are. The way we are. You can read a newspaper right through us. Right through us.
What do you want with me? Well, you just see here. You can't scare Theobald Tubbs with tricks like this.
It's no trick. Anybody can be a ghost. All you do is just die.
Are you dead?
Of course I am. I'm a ghost, I tell you.
Well, I don't believe in ghosts. I'm a sane man, a reasonable man. I don't believe in any ghosts.
Then how do you account for me?
I don't have to account for you. You just get away from here. Get out. Get out or I'll put you out myself.
You can't get rid of me, Mr. Tubbs. I was told to haunt you tonight, and if I don't, I'm going to get in trouble.
For the last time, are you going to get out of my house?
Nope. I've just got an idea about you, and I want time to think it over.
You just look here. Do you see this?
Say, I haven't seen a gun like that for a long time. You know, I used to have a little .32 myself. A beauty it was.
You just keep away from this gun. This is your last chance. I'm warning you. Are you going to get out of here?
Oh, I see. You're gonna shoot me.
I'll give you till I count 5. 1, 2,
Say, this is something out of the ordinary.
3, 4.
Well, 5.
Did you hear me?
I haven't heard you say 5 yet.
Well, a man has the legal right to shoot anybody who forces entry into his house.
Oh, yes, indeed. You're perfectly right. You can't be too careful these days.
5.
Well? Now that's a shame. Right into the mirror.
It didn't hurt you?
No, I think it went through my head. Or maybe it was my shoulder. No, it was my head, all right. But you certainly ruined that mirror.
Theobald! Theobald!
I think I'll just lock that door. I don't like your wife, Mr. Tubbs.
Theobald, let me in!
Oh, there's nothing wrong, Matilda. My gun, it just went off.
I heard glass. What broke? Was that my good mirror? Theobald, was that my good mirror?
Oh, there'll be the deuce to pay when she finds out.
I'll fix her up for a while. Matilda Tubbs. Matilda Tubbs. Do you hear me?
Ah!
Your time is coming, Matilda Tubbs. There, she's gone.
Say, you aren't a bad sort there, Mr.
Sweet's the name. Benjamin C. Sweet.
I think I was maybe a little hasty, Mr. Sweet.
Oh, don't mention it. It's a natural mistake, Mr. Tubbs. You know, Mr. Tubbs, I admire you. I can't tell you how much I admire a man like you.
Well,
You have gumption, spirit, fight. You'd make a good ghost yourself.
well, I dare say I can handle most situations.
Yes, Mr. Tubbs.
Call me Tubbs, just plain Tubbs.
Well, yes, Tubbs. If you were a ghost, you'd go out and really do things. What I mean is, well, say if you didn't like the way things were run. You'd run them to suit yourself and to heaven with the headquarters.
Theobald Tubbs is his own boss, dead or alive.
Yes. I believe you and I would see eye to eye.
Let me tell you, Sweet, nobody ever put anything over on Theobald Tubbs.
No, I knew the moment I met you. By the way, when your screaming wife quiets down, she might want whatever's in the package I brought along with me. Something I picked up on the road. Knew I was coming here, had her name on it.
No, sir, nobody ever put over any fast deals on Theobald Tubbs. I tell them, give me the facts. Give me the facts and let the conclusions take care of themselves. Oh, yes, just the package. Thank you very much.
I'd put my trust in you any day, Tubbs. In fact, I'd like to be associated with a man like you. Say, suppose you let me have a look at that revolver.
What? Oh, yes, sure. You know, I'm a businessman, Sweet, and I might say a successful one in my line. It takes gumption. It means getting there ahead of the next man. It means taking...
Did you ever think of dying, Tubbs?
Dying? Well, that's nonsense. Why, my calendar's always filled up for 6 months ahead, at least.
There isn't much to it, and it has great possibilities for a man of your caliber.
Well, it's something I'll take care of when the time comes.
Of course, of course.
Now, I make a lot of speeches one place and another. I might say, in demand as a speaker. Well, I'm working right now on a speech for the National Association of Curtain Rod Manufacturers next week. Would you like to hear as much as I've written?
I tell you, Tubbs, I would, but I've got some business transactions.
Oh, it'll
tonight
take no time at all. Oh, this is good advice, even for a man in your position. Oh, by the way, sit down. There's a comfortable chair there, since you're here.
All right. But I don't think I'll be here much longer. By the way, this gun of yours, you don't happen to have another cartridge handy? I'll load it up for you. I have nothing else to do. Well, that is while I'm listening to your speech.
What? Oh, yes, to be sure. Here.
Thanks.
Now, the subject of this talk is quick action for quick results.
Good idea.
I might explain, Sweet, that quick action is my motto in life. I believe too many people stop to think.
I believe you're right there.
Well, gentlemen and members of the curtain rod profession, it is a privilege to address you this evening.
Pardon me, would you mind sitting over a little to the right? So I can hear you better.
Well, certainly.
That's better, thanks.
To address you this evening, here we are. We're all working toward the same goal.
That's another way of putting it.
We all want to change for the better.
All right.
Oh, we all want to know what the future holds for us.
There's a sure way of finding out.
We're all going places together.
Tubbs, you're right. You and I are going places together right now.
Why, Sweet, you've shot. You've killed me.
Yes, I meant to.
Why? Why, man, you've put something over on Theobald Tubbs. Why, I'm a ghost myself now.
And you didn't believe in ghosts.
No. Funny, isn't it? Well, what do we do next?
Whatever we want. Come on! Lots of people out tonight, eh, Tubbs?
Halloween's a big night for this town, I guess. Never had time to think much about it before. Lots of parties, too, I suppose.
I'd kind of like to go to a party tonight. What do you say we do?
Hey, it's all right with me. Say, I feel light as a feather.
You'll get used to that after a while.
Are you sure nobody can see us?
Not a chance. Too many streetlights.
Strange business. Well, oh, this is a fine little town we have here. One of the best street lighting systems in the state, I'd say. A town needs push, spirit, go-aheadness. Give a town those things.
Hey,
and-
wait a minute, Brother Tubbs. You don't have to make those speeches anymore. Besides, I don't want to hear them.
No more speeches?
No more speeches.
I used to get a lot of pleasure out of my speeches. I wonder if I'll miss them much.
You're going to hear plenty of them after a while. When headquarters starts checking up on the two of us. Oh, they're great at speech making.
Say, sweet, I won't have to take my pills tonight. And say, my diet, I could give it up.
I was just a little afraid you'd hold it against me. My shooting you like that.
Now, don't you let that worry you, sweet. I never felt so good in my life.
I must say, for a spook with a bay window like yours, you're stepping along pretty lively there.
Careful, brother. First you shoot me, then you insult me. Maybe we'll have to have one of those duels they have in Europe.
Good idea. Only trouble is we've already shot each other once tonight.
Sweet, you're a good guy.
Oh, well, I'm just an old fellow. Don't have any business running around playing fool, but tarnation, I've been leading a dull life for a long time.
We'll keep things stirred up together now.
Yes, you're the kind of fellow I always wanted to be. Smarter than the next one, not scared of anything.
Oh, forget all that. Where's this party we're going to?
Let's try that house on the corner.
Say, I never did like the woman who lives in here. Maybe...
Then that's what we'll do.
Now I throw the apple peel over my left shoulder. No, my right shoulder. Up there.
Oh, I say, Mrs. High Treble, it looks like a C.
Oh, let's look. I believe it is a C. My next husband's first initial will be a C. Oh, no, it isn't a C after all.
I swear it isn't. It's changing. The wind must be blowing.
Oh, it's an F. My husband's first initial will be an F.
Throw another peel, Mrs. High Treble. Better get his full name so you don't make any more mistakes.
Indeed. Oh, where did I put my paring knife? Oh, yes, thank you, Count. Now, over my left shoulder. Oh, there.
Oh,
Oh, F, O, another one, there.
another O. F, O, O. Strange initials, what?
You must throw one more, Mrs. High Treble. I think it's going to be his full name.
Oh, no. Let's not play this game anymore. Won't you all come and have some cider?
Now, Mrs. High Treble, for me, one more apple peeling. Here, I've cut it for you.
All right, there.
L. F, O, O, L. Why, it spells fool, Mrs. High Treble. Queer, eh?
Very stupid game. It doesn't mean anything at all, Count. Oh, where's my cider? Somebody's been drinking it out of my glass.
Here's your glass. I filled it for you just a moment ago. Why, it's empty. That's extraordinary.
I'll have to have another one then. Oh, thank you so much. Now, shall we tell ghost stories?
What an unearthly noise. I say, somebody's playing tricks. There's nobody near the piano at all.
Maybe it's a spook, Count. Bother. Oh, something's happened to my glass of cider again. Oh, did you fill it, Count?
I'll replenish it for you, Mrs. High Treble. A pleasure.
Let's have a ghost story.
Yes, and I'll tell it. I know a perfectly blood-curdling one.
Yes, go on, tell it.
Well, there once was a captain on a ship who murdered all of his sailors.
It was the sailor who murdered the captain. Tell it right or don't tell it at all.
Who was that? Now, I'll tell the story the way I know it. Oh, I guess it was the sailor who murdered the captain. Gracious, my cider, it's gone again.
Allow me, Mrs. High Treble. I say, I believe you're somewhat of a cider drinker.
Well, the sailor wrapped the captain up in a quilt.
It's a tarpaulin, not a quilt.
In a quilt, and dropped him off the overboard on a dark night.
There was a full moon that night.
Somebody's being very impolite. But I guess there was a moon that night. Well, the sailor went to his bedroom,
He's bunk in the forecastle.
but he couldn't sleep. He pitched and tossed.
It was the boat that pitched and tossed, for there wasn't any captain to steer it.
Who's interrupting me? Where's my cider?
I say, Mrs. High Treble, perhaps you've had just a drop too much.
Too much? I haven't had a bit.
That's a strange circumstance. There isn't any cider left in the bowl at all.
Let me finish my story.
I'll finish it. Then suddenly all the lights in the boat went out,
Oh, my head. What happened?
How's the lights?
Oh,
Where are they?
and a wind swept across the deck. And the captain and his mate sailed through the air singing, "Sailing, sailing over the bounding main."
Look over there by the door.
oh my. Oh, my
Oh my
head.
goodness.
Say, oh, that's more exercise than I've had in 40 years.
How do you feel now, brother? Good?
I feel marvelous. But can't we sit down somewhere and have a little rest? Where are we?
Hey, good idea I had, going to the party.
I said, say, where are we?
Oh, well, this is my favorite graveyard.
Wow, that's a pleasant spot you pick out.
Come on, sit down on the fence. One of the best fences in the country.
Well, it's got spikes on it.
You won't notice them now. Try it.
Wow, yes, quite comfortable indeed. Woo, woo. What's that?
That's a beautiful little owl. She lives here all year round.
Say, you know, it's been a good evening, sweet. You sure are a grand guy.
Thank you.
This is the life.
Tubbs, I just remembered something.
What?
Tubbs, they're gonna shut me up in a cupboard.
Who is?
Headquarters. They've got their eye on me. Tonight's the end of our ghostal year, Tubbs, and I haven't been working hard enough. They're gonna check up on me. They sent a long-faced fellow around to warn me a little while ago.
Now you just listen here, sweet. You're a friend of mine, and no friend of Theobald Tubbs ever got into trouble he couldn't get out of.
Oh, it's a thankless job, brother. A thankless job. Oh, it wouldn't be bad being a ghost if they didn't check up on you so close. Oh, they aren't gonna like what I did at your house tonight.
If it's all right with me, it ought to be all right with them. Who runs this outfit anyhow?
There's a board of management. You gotta follow orders.
Brother, you got nothing to worry about when Theobald Tubbs is on your side.
Why, they won't even let you sit down and rest a minute. Soon as they do, somebody's around.
Brothers, get to work.
What'd I tell you?
Oh-ho! So it's you again, brother sweet. Ugh.
This is the one I was telling you about.
Melancholy cuss, isn't he?
Brother, you're in trouble now. You're in bad trouble.
All right, but it's nothing for you to croak about.
I warned you. They sent me to warn you, and I did.
Say, how about you scuttling along? We don't like your company.
Oh, I know who you are, too. You're the new ghost of Theobald Tubbs.
Oh, I suppose word's gotten around by now.
The word's gotten around to headquarters, all right, and you're going to have plenty of company here in a minute. They're on their way.
I suppose they're pretty mad?
Now, here, sweet, where's your spirit? Come on now, perk up.
Oh, you don't know these guys.
Benjamin Sweet. Benjamin Sweet. Benjamin.
Say, what is this anyhow?
Silence, Brother Tubbs! The Board of Management approaches!
That's headquarters.
Benjamin Sweet. Benjamin Sweet.
Halt! I see the ghost of Benjamin Sweet. He sits on the fence by yonder tombstone.
There he is.
Hey, silence! Ghost of Benjamin Sweet, stand up. There are two of you. Who's the other one?
I used to be Theobald Tubbs. And before you begin on my friend here, I'd like to say a few words.
Shay, we know who you are. Your case will be taken up in proper order. In the meanwhile, may I give you a friendly word of warning? You've fallen into the hands of one of the macabre members of our company.
Now you just see here.
Ghost of Theobald Tubbs, sit down.
What's the law on this, sweet?
When headquarters says sit down, they expect you to sit down.
Mr. Chairman, I'm a newcomer here. I've been a practicing attorney in my time, but I don't know your code. May I have a look at your law?
Clerk, hand the ghost of Theobald Tubbs the law. He can sit on the fence and read it while we proceed.
Now we're beginning to get somewhere.
Here you are, brother. The law. Don't drop it.
Ah, now. Cheer up, Brother Sweet. If there's a way out of this, depend on Theobald Tubbs to fight it.
Now, Brother Sweet, we have just finished adding up your account for the year. It doesn't look good.
I know all about that. Go ahead. What's the verdict?
Hey, stall for time, Sweet. These pages are all mixed up.
Listen to your report for the year, Benjamin Sweet. Total number of errands sent on?
365.
Total number of successful finishes?
250.
Total number of opportunities to transact disreputable business?
1,583.
Total number of opportunities let slip?
1,000.
Total number of people scared?
64.
And what is his quota?
402.
Total number of hours spent haunting?
36.
And his quota?
150.
Most unsatisfactory. What have you to say for yourself, Brother Sweet?
Nuts! That's what I say. I say nuts to all of you!
Shade! Not only is your record for the year a blot on our fair name, but tonight, on Halloween, you were given one last chance. You were sent on an important mission. Your orders were to scare Theobald Tubbs, not to shoot him.
Yes, you were supposed to shoot him. You were supposed to scare him.
Brother Sweet, you overstepped your authority.
All right. Go on.
To make bad matters worse, you took the ghost of Theobald Tubbs on a round of frivolity. You neglected your duties. You drank cider.
Well, a ghost needs a little relaxation now and then. Why, I haven't had a vacation since I died. I'm sick and tired of all this routine. It's a bore.
When a shade needs rest, the answer is simple. Every family needs a skeleton in its cupboard. The demand exceeds the supply. It will be very simple to make a skeleton out of you and lock you up for a century or two. Brother Sweet, the verdict in your case...
Stop! Wait!
What is it?
Hold on a minute here.
Have you found something, Tubbs?
Every ghost here will kindly turn toward and facing the east.
What's the matter? I'm about to pronounce a verdict.
Just look at the sky, Mr. Chairman.
Why? Look! It's done! Why didn't somebody tell me?
You'll have to postpone the verdict till tonight.
You'll have to postpone the verdict forever, Mr. Chairman.
What?
I found a clause in the law, Amendment 456, Section 89. The page was out of place in the book.
Read it quick. Daylight's coming. We can't stay here.
Offenders against the law must be dealt with and verdict pronounced up to and including the end of the current year on Halloween night.
Well?
That's an old law, 10 centuries or so, but it's never been repealed. Therefore, you have no authority to pronounce a verdict on a crime committed last year.
Last year?
The new year began 1 minute ago.
The sun!
Watch out! The sun is coming up! The sun's coming up!
A curse on you, Theobald Tubbs.
Run for it! Let's get out of here!
Everybody run for it. The sun's coming up.
Tubbs! I'm a free spirit! I knew you could do it!
Quick action for quick results, Brother Sweet. That's me. There'll be quite a few changes made after I've been here for a while. I can see where we can make a lot of improvements in the general management. Of course, that will mean a new board of directors and so... I hope you enjoyed tonight's production of The Ghost of Benjamin Sweet. Our series producers are David Bregman and Joe Shepard. Tonight's program was acted by our Castles in the Air players, Alicia Lancaster, Peter McClymer, Joanne London, and Douglas Haslam.
And remember, make your reservations for the Imagination Express to Castles in the Air next Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. on WERS.